Coach Jules back with another episode of Riseology. Rise Eagles Black versus Real Hoops. Let's break it down. I'm not sure if this is the first play of the game, but I know it's towards the beginning. So let's see what happens. First play, Gio has the ball up top. Nice screen by Dimitro. We come off the screen. 3 ball. Air ball. Not a great shot. Let's rewind. So as we come off this screen, if we would have came off this screen, off Dimitro's shoulder, we would have been able to attack that top defender. This guy right here, the top defender, if we can attack him, we might be able to get to the basket. And if you can get to that basket and that help side defender steps up, now you can drop that pass off to the big man. Or maybe if the help side defender doesn't step up, you can big body to the basket, get a floater. You might even be able to get a mid-range jump shot. You might be able to even attack this. Dimitro rolls to the basket, and Gio can pass that ball to Dimitro. Because right now it's pretty much a 3-on-2. And potentially, if they have a help side defender, a 3-on-3. So I don't think this is the best shot that we could have got in this situation, especially with all the bigs we have in the game. Let's keep it going. Now, they're bringing the ball down the court. Let's see what happens. Seems we gave up the long 3. They knocked it down. We didn't really have any high hands on the closeout. Let's see. He's open, then hands go up. Have to be a better contest on the closeout 3. Now they're pressing us. We get that ball inbounded. We're going down the sidelines. Let's break it down. As Dimitro's going down, this player down here, Jonah, he should be looking towards the ball to be an option. He's running with his back towards the ball handler. He can't see the pass coming to him. All right. Back on defense. Another long 3-pointer. So let's break it down. As they're coming down the court, ball handler. First responsibility, we got to stop. He shoots the long 3. They're shooting long 3s. Long 3, brick, rebound goes up. We got to be ready for the box out, especially if they're going to shoot the long shot. Now it's our ball going down the court. All right, they got a steal right away. How did they get that steal? We make the pass. We throw a lob pass. Lob passes get stolen at this level. Once again, lob passes get stolen at this level. We turn, all we do is make a lob pass. That ball's in the air for 2 seconds. Look at the good defender. He anticipates. He steals. That should be a pump fake. That should look to get the ball back to the inbounder. Swing the ball back this way. We can't just get rid of the ball right away. It's not a hot potato. That's a steal. Now they have the ball. Let's see what happens. They're moving that ball around. Ooh, we get the ball back. Hey, that's a great job, Wesley. You turned it over, but you did get the ball back. Great job. Now we're going down the court. Hey, we got 3 defenders on us in the corner. Let's bring it back. We're going down the court. We're going down the sideline. We got to understand the sideline is not our friend. And we're going to the corner. We dribbled ourselves to the sideline into the corner. 3 defenders are on us. We make the pass. We turn it right back over, Wesley. We cannot have that turnover. Now they're running down the court, and it looks like they're getting an easy transition break. I see great hustle from Gio. Gio. Great hustle. You didn't give him an easy layup on the transition. Great job. But Wesley, that's 2 turnovers in a row. Great job for Gio to sprint back. All right, another 3 goes up. Long rebound. Dimitro looking down the court. Great pass. We got to have that with 2 hands. We got to make that layup. Let's rewind a little bit. So we make that pass down the court. That should be a catch and a layup. We got lucky. That should be off the backboard layup. We got lucky once again. Nikolai with the rebound, put back. Great job, but we should have finished the first 2. Now they're down the court. First person down the court is them. How does that happen? Let's break it down. I'm going to rewind it. We're kind of jogging back. 1 dribble, 2 dribbles, full court pass. They're beating all of us down. Number 1 rule, do not let any of the offensive players get behind us when they're taking the ball out, bringing it down court. That's what they did. That's the easy bucket. That's why he's grinning right now, because he knows they got us with an easy one. We have to be sprinting back. Now we're taking the ball out. We're bringing it down court. It's a one-on-one. We beat the press. Dimitro, floater. Nice shot. It's a good shot. Now we're sprinting back. Once again, look what happens. They throw the ball down the court once again. Luckily, Nikolai is already down there. Good contest. That's one thing I'm already seeing. We got to be sprinting back. A lot of conditioning here. It's a basketball game. Fast pace. Okay, what happened here? Let's slow it down. Okay, we're getting pressed. Yes. Eric, we get that ball. We put it down. We already dribble. We gave up our dribble already. And then now we just throwing it. We just threw it across the court. We didn't know who we were throwing it to. Because we dribbled once, now we picked it up. Now we can't dribble. Now we're trapped. Now we're stuck, and we just throw it. That's a turnover. That would be a sub out the game if I was coaching right there, honestly. We can't have that. That should be a simple pass back to Dimitro, not just a throw. All right, now we're back on defense. Let's see what happens. Gio up top. Once again, they get a three-pointer. They're getting a lot of three-pointers. What's happening? Let's see. Slow it down. They pass. We're a little bit slow on the closeout. The shot goes up. Hand down, man down. A good shooting team, they're going to knock it down. So they already made 2 threes, and they shot about 4, 2 for 4, 50%. Now they're pressing. We get that ball inbounded. We get that ball passed up. We got to know the press is coming. Once again, another pass quick down the court to the open man. Good job. Now we have it. Now we're in a, let's see, 1, 2, a 4-on-3. They're running down. They're getting their men in play, okay? Drive to the basket. Nice, strong drive. Out of control shot. Over the rim. We should be using the backboard. Let's rewind it. We should be taking our time right here. That should be a nice, soft shot. That's the shot we got to practice 100 times a day, literally. Practice that shot 100 times a day. Pretty much everybody should be. Until we can make that 99 out of 100 times. Now they're going down. Let's see what happens. Nice little cookie from behind, Nikolai. We're the wolf coming from behind. We tap it from the backside. I like that. All right, hey, we're going down the court. They deflect the pass, but we stay on it. It looks like it's a transition break. Pass. Owen down low. We fade. We shoot. We miss. Nikolai rebound. Nikolai miss. Nikolai shots. Nice. Hey, if we're going to get 3 shots, we're going to make 1. So great job crashing the offensive rebounds. But with better defenders, I'm not even going to say better defenders. With taller, bigger defenders, we might not get all those easy rebounds, honestly. Because if we have a bigger defender down there, they're boxing us out. We might only get 1 shot. And if we miss, they're getting that rebound. So we did score, but keep in mind, it took 3 shots to score 1. And we're the bigger team. All right, let's see what happens. I'm going to move this down. All right. Next play, they're bringing it down. Gio, nice active hand, slide in the feet. Looks like an open man. Another open 3. Miss. Long shot, long rebound. That's got to be our rebound. It did go out of bounds, so solid job, but we got to be ready for that rebound. Let's see what happens. Do they hop in a press? They're hopping in their press. We're getting that ball inbounded. Let's see. Way to be patient, Nikolai, on the inbounds. Great job. Gio gets it. There's a little poke in there, but he stays strong. Pass. That's a tough pass. It's getting deflected. It's getting stolen. Let's rewind. So we're throwing it up. We're just kind of throwing it up, and there's not even really an open man right there. That's not the open man. Eric might have been open a little bit, or keep your dribble alive a little bit more. But we turned it over once again. And now we turn it over, and they score. So let's talk about it. They've hit 2 threes, and then we've turned it over out the press, or we've just turned it over, and then they've been able to get transition baskets. Now we're in the corner. We pass it in. They're pressing. They got 1, 2, 3, 4 defenders up. They're able to get another steal. How? Let's talk about it. They have 4 defenders right here. Freeze. There's 4 defenders right here. We got 1, 2, 3 teammates. We have a teammate to the right, Eric. We have a teammate to the left, Owen, that are wide open. We even have Dimitro in the middle. Yet we try to throw a long pass to a one-on-one. It's a one-on-one right there. There's no advantage. That's another turnover. All you need to do is watch this film. You'll see where the turnovers are. And if you improve, it shouldn't happen, honestly, no more. That's why these teams at the youth level, and especially AAU travel ball, if you're getting pressed and you can't handle it, it's going to be an ugly game. But once you can handle the press, that's why you don't see it too often in college. You don't see it too often in the NBA because teams can handle it. They can make those passes. They can make those right decisions. Right here, we're not making the right decision. Look, it seems like another turnover. It seems like it's their ball. We're going. Look what we do. Let's talk about it. First thing we do. First, the pass is at the foot. That's not really a great pass, but hey, we get it in. First thing we do. Look at the sideline space. There's not even a foot right there, and we're going down. There's no room. Nikolai is the open man. Pass the ball back to Nikolai right here because they're going to double team you. Nikolai is the next open man. Back, Paul, pass that ball. Pump fake it down here and pass it back to Nikolai. Instead, we throw it down the court, and now it looks okay. It's not a steal, but it could have been a steal. Once again, look what happens. It's all positioning on the court. Look at us. Right side because we're all right-handed. Everybody wants to go right. Now we catch that ball. Where do we go? Right. Baseline. They want us to go baseline. Now we're like kind of stuck and we got to throw it off them because there's no good angle. We want to get that ball reversed. Get that ball towards the middle of the basket. Attack from the top of the key. Attack from the wings. If we're in the corners, just swing that ball to the wings or to the top. All right, we're inbounding it. We get that ball in. We're down low. We got to finish. We turn the ball over once again. Let's rewind. We're down low. We're fading away, kind of making a pass. It goes off our fingertips. They get the ball. They're going the other way. They miss. They get their own rebound. They hit a 3. This is exactly why we didn't win this game. They sprint down the court. They're dribbling down the court. All right, so it's a 1-on-2. 1-on-2. They get both of us. Now they get the ball. They kick it out. Step back. Hit the 3. So they've hit 3 threes, and they've been stealing the ball from us. So they're knocking down threes. They're getting transition baskets. Let's see what happens. They're back in the press right after it made 3. Boom. Where do we go? Down sideline. Let's see what happens. We make that pass down. We're going back towards that right side, that right corner. That we love that right side because we don't want to go left. Back to there's that right baseline. It's an okay shot. Nikolai with the rebound. Nikolai got fouled. That was an okay shot. It's a good rebound putback. Now free throws. Let's keep it going. A lot to be learned from this game for sure. All right. So now we got that ball. Boom. Another turnover. Let's break it down. What happens? We're going down. Once again, we're going to that right, even though look at the left. If we would have went left, cross back over to the left, that whole left is open. We go right. We try to make that pass. It looks open, right? It looks open. So right before that pass is made, all right, we have to look. Maybe Dimitro was open. Maybe if you pump fake to Dimitro can cut back door. Okay, so if that doesn't work, hey, we can't think Owen or Nikolai's open because there's already two defenders back there if we try to throw the ball cross court. So we either got to slow it down, get that ball back to Gio as he crosses half court, so it's not a back court, or get that ball to Dimitro early. If we don't get it to Dimitro early, he backdoor cuts. If he's not open, then we get that ball back to Gio. So first option should be Dimitro. Second option, Dimitro on the back door. Third option, safety man to Gio. And if that's not open, then Eric, you just got to be patient. Maybe Gio goes and sets an off-ball screen. Maybe Owen, Nikolai come and flash up. Maybe Dimitro goes and sets an off-ball screen. But we had another turnover, basically, because we're just not being patient. And it goes down, and they go down. Nice. We got a block. That's a great hustle. Hey, we've made two great hustle plays back into the play. That's a great effort. We turned it over, but we hustled back. So I'm not mad at the effort. Effort's there. It's just the IQ decisions. And that will come the more you guys watch this type of film and understand these passes that we're trying to do and these decisions we're trying to make. For example, this one. Let me break it down. Slow-mo. So we get that ball. We're past. What do? First thing we do, pivot. We try to go down the middle and split two. They tap that ball out. There's three defenders right there. We get knocked down to the ground. Hey, it's a turnover. They're going down the other way. And they get fouled. They're shooting free throws. We got to make a better decision right there. We're trying to dribble down the court, 2-3 defenders on us. All right, let's see. They're back in the press. We're going down the sideline. Once again, especially in courts like this, you're playing on the sideways courts. There's no room on the sideline. Hey, we're going down the sideline. A simple poke, and we lose the ball. Simple poke, we lose it. Their ball. You got to be able to control the ball, get our guard arm up, protect the ball. Their hands should not be in the cookie jar. If we're not comfortable dribbling the ball, it's a few times we're having a few turnovers. We need to get that ball back to one of our ball handlers. It's simply too many turnovers. All right. Seems like a good contest. They missed it. Nikolai got the rebound. Great job. Hey, they're coming at us. Man, they're on us. So we have to be ready. Look at this. Look at this. They're on this ball. As soon as that pass is made, he's on it, trying to get the steal. We have to have hands strong, ready to get that pass, anticipating that pressure to come. That's the main difference is the pressure. These other teams are giving the pressure, and we're not handling it. And then we're not able to give that same type of pressure back. So it's a tough battle. All right, here we're at a timeout. So far, we have a lot of turnovers. We've given up a couple threes. And look at the score, 33-7. I know they hit 3 threes, maybe even 4. So that's like 9 to 12 points. And they have about 12 points off turnovers. So 10, 22, boom, that's like 22 points. A couple other baskets is in the flow on the offense. They're playing well. All right, here we go. Second half. Let's see if we can pick it up. We get that ball back to the middle, safety man, and we get that ball rotated. Hold on. That's a great job, team. I want to point that out. Long shot, long rebound. Boom, we get that rebound. We make that outlet pass. They swarm. We take an escape dribble, and what do? We get that ball out of there quick. Boom, now we rotate it. Boom, now we're taking that ball down the court. Boom, now they're coming. Now we make a move. We get the ball back towards the middle. Great job. We make another pass. Great job. We pass, we cut. Great job. Now we just got to be strong on it. We keep it. Great job. Best half court, best possession so far. We attacked the basket. Best possession so far. Best possession so far, hands down. We do that every single time we're winning a lot of ball games. Honestly. Now, let's see what happens. All right, they're bringing the ball down the court. All right, boom, they make the pass. Now we get a hand up early. Now they just can't catch and shoot the three. Now they're open, but it's a little farther out. Now we get out. Great job. Now we're out on the three-point shooter. Boom, we're here. We're here. Hands up. Boom. Kind of open, but we get there. Boom. Look at that. Steal. Great job. Now we're taking it down. Nikolai, ball back to the safety man. Nikolai finds our guard. Wesley, quick decision back to him. Nikolai, great pass down the court the opposite way. Two hands on the pass. We had a great steal, Eric. Great job. But we just lost it. All right. We have that catch. We're going down the other way. You probably hit a jump shot. All right. Boom. They go down. Pump fake. Great defense. That's got to be our ball. They kind of save it. We're there on defense. Hey, it's a great first two possessions so far. Now we're out. They rotate. Somebody's got to be there. Luckily, it's a three that they missed, but someone has to be there. All right, let's speed it up. We're going down the court. Turnover. Oh, no, we got the ball back. Okay, we got lucky. Honestly, we got lucky. Look, we're just kind of throwing the ball. We get it. We just throw it. No one's really open. We just kind of got lucky right there. They didn't go on it. Now it's their ball. Turnover. Another turnover. We were playing so good. We just limit the turnovers that were right here in this game. All right, we foul on the shot. They're shooting free throws. Let's fast forward a little bit. I'm not sure what happened. We got the ball, but we're going down the court. All right. That's just a tough shot. If you're dribbling the ball all the way down the court, full court, you just dribbled on the ball, dribbled 84 feet. You're going down. You have a defender on you. And we stop and we're off balance for an 18-footer. Not a great shot. Come on, fellas. Pass up a good shot. Get a great. That's not even a good shot. Pass up that shot. All right. Seems like that was a good block. We got a good block. We have been sprinting back and getting good blocks. So we're not giving up on the play. That's a good job. We're just making too many turnovers. That's it. Shot goes up. We pass the ball down. Nice. Easy layup. Good job. Hey, I think we're winning this second half so far. No, we score 4 points. They might have hit a couple free throws. Hey, we're here. We got a few steals. We limit the fouls. We don't turn the ball over. We close out better. They don't hit as many threes in the first half. It's a close ball game right now. Another three. Let's slow it down. How'd they get the three? They inbound the ball. They get that ball to the top of the key. Once they get that ball into the top of the key, that man in the corner has been standing there the whole time. Standing there, standing there, standing there, standing there. He gets the pass. It's called, hey, I'm a shooter. I'm confident. I already hit a few. You got to get out there, get a hand in his face, even deny him catching the ball. He's already hit a few. All right, so we got to play better defense, be more aware of the shooters, have our head on a swivel, and look what they're doing. Score right into a press. And look what we do. We turn that ball over. Let's talk about it. We're going down the court. We get that ball to the middle, which is great. We're dribbling down before they can double team, which is great. Hey, we have an advantage right now, 2-on-1. We make a better pass. We got to know that Wolf man is coming to him. All right, so we got to make that pass up top to Jonah. Let's see what happens. Or we got to make that pass earlier. Let's see, when could we have made that pass? If we know that there's only one man, we even might make that pass right now to Jonah. Because it's one-on-one, and he's a big, and the other guys are small. So we already might make that pass up and knowing Jonah's going to catch it if he keeps it high. All right? Even now, we could have made that pass. 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 Now it starts to become a little too late. Because Jonah is already having to slow down. And now they can steal the ball. So make that pass earlier while we have the advantage. Let's take it down the other way. Foul. Tripping foul. All right, they're shooting free throws. Hey, Nikolai's been doing a great job taking that ball out. I'm not going to lie. All right. They're coming. They're double teaming. Hey, let's talk about it. Where are our teammates at? Who's helping? All right, Nikolai's taking the ball out. I see Owen, Eric, Gio, Jonah. Boom, Gio. Gets that ball. Double team is there. Eric, you should be in that gap where the referee is. You should be the first option for Gio to toss that ball over the double team right now, quickly. So that's Eric. You should be flash. You should be right there. That should be the pass. And as Eric flashes there, then Owen now flashes towards the middle, and probably Owen's the next pass because they have 4 people up once again. It's an easy press to beat once you figure it out. All right, we do get the ball back. We're bringing it down. Once again, it seems like we're always in this right corner. Why are we always in this right corner? Hey, it's a good high-low, though. We found the mismatch. Nikolai's the big man. He has a mismatch. That should have been a made bucket. It's okay. Miss. Get our rebound. Get our rebound. We got 3 on us. Kick it out. Once again, they get the hands on the ball, but we stay with it. Okay, they got a foul. Foul call. Reaching in. Reaching in foul. Our ball. Is that another turnover? Okay, no, we got the ball back. Good job. Nice mid-range. Hey, nice shot. Nice shot, Gio. You were open, you shot it. All right, let's keep it going. Hey, that was a good shot. Nice floater. We're bringing the ball down the court. Can't really see what happened, but looks like Gio got a bucket. Maybe we got behind the defense. It looks like we're running down the court now fast, trying to get transition baskets ourselves. That's a great job. All right, hey, as I said, this second half is a lot better. It's either close to a tie game for the second half. We might even be up in the second half. All right. Boom. Nice deflection, Eric. That's what happens when we get our hands up in the passing lanes. We get deflections, which almost could have led to a steal. Boom. Hey, they're around the 3-point line. They're ready to catch and shoot threes. We just have to be a little bit more ready for that because they've shown that they can knock that shot down. So be ready to close out on the 3-point line. That's a long 3. Air ball. Too far of a 3-pointer for us. That's not in our range. Way to stick with it. Way to battle for the ball. That's a great job, Owen. That's how you, as a player, any player in our program, can earn extra play time, battling for extra possessions, getting an offensive rebound, and getting putbacks. We're not designing a play for you or calling a play for you. You're able to go and be a junkyard dog, get an offensive rebound, crash the boards, show your toughness, and be able to put the ball back. All right, so we're bringing the ball back down the court. We're doing a lot better job of beating the press this second half. They probably called a travel right there. Let's see. Let's slow it down. I think right when we caught it, our feet kind of ran. So we're bringing the ball down the court. We catch. Look, boom, 1, 2, 3, 4. Travel. One more time for everybody. We can all learn from this. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we dribble five steps. Boom, they catch it. Let's see, is he gonna shoot it? Yep. We gotta know they're gonna shoot these shots. They have shown that they can make them, so we have to get out. It's a good rebound. Way to pivot out of there. Keep it high, away from the guards. Great outlet pass down the court, Nikolai. Jonah, one-on-one. Foul, free throws. Being aggressive, going to the basket. It's a great job. It all started with the outlet pass. All right, when we get that rebound and we look down the court, it's the easy way to score is in the transition. All right, 1 from 1 from the free throw, 1 for 2 from the free throw line, Jonah. But one was an air ball, one was a bank shot. All right, so let's work on those free throws. Everybody should be shooting 15, 20 free throws a day because everyone's going to get a free throw or two in the game, and you want to be prepared for that moment. All right, last couple of possessions, running up and down, some turnovers. We're in the second half of the game. Both teams are probably a little tired. That's where more turnovers happen, where players are fatigued. All right, because now they're trying to make decisions while they're tired. So you really got to slow it down. Look at that. Is that a good pass? I don't know. We catch it. And that was a good pass, Jonah. We got to move to the ball. Regardless if it was a good pass or not, we have to move towards the pass, catch the pass, go to where the ball is going. All right, but that's another turnover. Multiple turnovers in this game. Travel. They didn't call it. It's okay. We got to keep playing. Head has to be on the swivel. Head has to be on the swivel, defense. He's wide open. He's wide open. He's wide open. He's wide open. Floater, left hand. Shot goes up. That's got to be our rebound. Whose rebound is it? They happen to get the rebound. They're more hungrier than us. It's the hungrier team. What team can get more 50-50 balls? A 50-50 ball is one team has 50% chance to get it, the other team has 50% chance to get it, and then who gets it? They're getting a lot of them. Like right there, that was a 50-50 ball. We have to be a little bit more scrappier. And look, they're pressing us. They're on the press the whole entire game. They're relentless with the press. Pressure for the whole 40 minutes of the game. Another 3. Look at that. Rewind. Look at the closeout. Slow closeout. 3 ball. No closeouts on the 3-pointer. Turnovers. Tough shots. Another tough shot. We're forcing it now. Once again, we're trying to dribble down. Let's see how far. We catch the ball at the opposite elbow. Dribble, in and out, hezzy. Dribble, in and out. We've already seen 3 different defenders. And now we're trying to shoot a long 3 ball in the corner. Air ball. It's not a good shot. Pass that shot up. And I know we're asking for play time. These are the decisions. Make a better decision. Get that ball in. Swung around. Nice shot, Wesley. 3-pointer. Shot goes up. Nikolai, great rebound. It's about 10 rebounds for Nikolai. We get the ball down the court. Wesley, turnover. Let's slow it down. Soft pass. Didn't go over the defender's arms. It was an easy steal for him. Floater. Wide open floater. We have to be hands up. It's a good inbound pass once again. Pressure's still there. They're in a 1-3-1 half-court trap. We go to the sidelines. We pick that ball up. We're kind of being soft with it. Their hands are up. They're deflecting passes. We think our teammates are open. We're really not. All right. Hey, we stuck with it. That's one thing we have done great all game. We've turned it over, but we've battled and stuck with the play. Look at that. Nikolai pokes it out right to Wesley. We've had about 3 chase down blocks after we turn it over. We've had a few rebounds after we turn it over. We've had a few poke outs, so when we're turning it over, we are giving effort. So we cannot complain about the effort right there. It's just those decisions now. Once we clean those up, and then we match that effort also on the closeouts. It's like it takes us a turnover, then we think, okay, give us effort to get it back. On the defensive end, we have to have that same mindset on the closeouts. Like we're not giving that type of effort on the closeouts that we are trying to get the ball back after we turn it over, is what I'm trying to say. Nice drive to the basket. When we get drives to the basket, we get putbacks because we're the bigger team out there. So the more threes we shoot don't really help us. The more we drive to the basket, we can get putbacks. Another good rebound from Nikolai. He battles, he bangs. That's a great job. Battling all game down low. And it's our ball and taking the ball out. It's a great job, Nikolai. It's an underrated part of your game is taking the ball out for any player. Teams need a player to take the ball out under pressure, not turn it over. Also to get rebounds. Hands need to be up. Hands need to be up. Hands need to be up. They shoot another three. We just got lucky, but they were open. Now we're down. And so there we go. Perfect. Hey, that was a great job. We made that pass early. Look at that. Look how early we made this pass. It's that one-on-one again. We make the pass now at half court. Now it's boom, easy bucket. Great job, team. We're playing real well right this half. I'm not going to lie. It's a great half. We limit the turnovers for real. We're right here. That should be a closeout. They hit the three. We should see that coming. Look, we should see it coming. Look at all of our players. We're down low. Jonas too low at the block. Jonas should be up. Dimitro should be lower in his stance, ready to move. Jonas should be out there. Dimitro should be out there. Somebody should be out there. Gio out there. That's a wide open three. And he knocked it down. So we gave up wide open threes and we turned the ball over. That was the simple thing. We took a few shots we shouldn't have. Only a few. It wasn't that big of a deal. The big deal was the turnovers. And the big deal was not closing out on the threes. Another one. That's why the three-pointer is so deadly. If teams can knock it down, it's an extra point. Those matter. If you shoot an extra 10 and make those, it's an extra couple of points at the end of the game. So, as I said, good second half effort. First half, shot ourselves in the foot. But we can learn from this. If you watch this video, anybody, not even a player in this team, on this team, in the game, any player can watch this video and see turnovers that normally happen in the game when a team is pressing you in the half court, in the transition. We got to avoid those turnovers. Another turnover. How? We pick our dribble up, we pass it right to them. That's just such an easy turnover. They just steal the ball. We're just being careless with the ball. Simple as that. Careless with the ball. Let's see what happens. Once again, we're going baseline. We're getting stuck because they send the help side defense. And we pass that ball out, and it gets turned over. And now they're going the other way. And literally a wide open layup. And it's deflating because we're just turning it over and they're getting wide open layups. Steal, turnover, shot, basket. Look how fast that is. They're pressing. We're passing. We're going down the court. They're wrapping us up. We turned it over once again. Shots that they're making so easy. Look how hard it is for us. Look. We're driving to the basket. That should be a basket, right, for us? And look, they go tied up. They take it from us. And they're going the other way. Toughness. Smarts, basketball smarts. Once again, he's in there. That defender, he's roughing it up, getting a jump ball. We're flustered, frustrated, putting our palms up, complaining to the refs, and they're just outsmarting us. Game is over. So, a lot to be learned from this game. For sure. A lot to be learned. 56-29. Look at that. You probably scored 20 points in that second half. It was probably 20-20 in that second half. All right. Because last time we checked, it was like 33-7. All we need to do is take better care of the ball. We turned the ball over 20 plus times that game and gave them 10 more 3-pointers. We might have hit one 3-pointer. I remember Wesley hitting a 3-pointer. All right. So if we're going to give up that many threes to them, they hit 3. So they got 30 points off threes. We got 3 points off threes. And then we turned the ball over 20 times. They probably turned the ball over 3 or 4 times. All right. So they got an extra 20 possessions and they got an extra 27 more points off threes in a game where we lost by, what was that, 20-30? So that's where the game is. That's where the difference is in these games. All right. And I mean, it comes down, they've been playing more, probably more experienced, but also they're playing more tougher. They're playing more aggressive. They're hungrier. So we just got to kind of step it up, the intensity level. All right. And then also the IQ decision. All right. So go through this video multiple times. See where we turn the ball over. See where you can make better decisions next time you're out there for whoever it is that's playing. You can learn from this video. It doesn't just have to be a player that's on the Rise Eagles Black. All right. Any player around the world can learn from this video here. So study it. If you have any questions, drop them in the video below. And I'm looking forward to breaking down some more videos in Riseology, future episodes. Talk to you soon. Coach Jules, I'm out.